In this clip, we will be looking at how to estimate the answers to calculations. Here are some examples. The first example says if a gallon of gas costs £2.25 and you need 12.5 gallons to fill up your car, how much will it cost? The actual calculation is 2.25 multiplied by 12.5. If we had to estimate the answer, we can round these numbers to the nearest whole number. To round this number to the nearest whole number, we look at the digit after the decimal point. If it's less than 5, we round down, and if it's 5 or more, we round up. So here the digit is 2, which is less than 5, so we can round this number down to 2. This number, the digit after the decimal point, is 5, so we can round up to 13. Now we have 2 times 13. If we work this out, 2 times 3 is 6, 2 times 1 is 2. So the answer is 26. The actual answer, if we put into a calculator, is 28.125, which is quite close to our estimated answer. In this next example, it says what is 40 divided by 3? To estimate the answer to this calculation, we need to pick two numbers the answer lies between. 39 and 42 are good numbers because they divide exactly by 3. 39 divided by 3 equals 13, and 42 divided by 3 equals 14. So the answer must lie between 13 and 14. If you put this calculation into a calculator, we get the answer 13.33, which is between these two numbers. Next, it says estimate 5.42 multiplied by 2.76. To estimate the answer to this calculation, we're going to round both of these numbers to whole numbers. To round this number to a whole number, we look at the digit after the decimal point, which is less than 5, so we're going to round down to 5. The digit after the decimal point is 7, which is greater than 5, so we're going to round up to 3. 5 times 3 equals 15. If we put this calculation into a calculator, the actual answer is 14.96, which is quite close to our estimated answer. Question 2 says 67.24 minus 7.56. So again, we're going to round these numbers to whole numbers. The digit after the decimal point is 2, so it's less than 5, so we're going to round down to 67. The digit after the decimal point is 5, so we're going to round up to 8. 67 minus 8 is 59. If we put this in a calculator, the answer we get is 59.68. The next calculation is 7,263 plus 1,725. We can work this out by adding the thousands first. 7,000 and 1,000 is 8,000. Next, we can add the hundreds. 200 and 700 is 900. Next, we can add the tens. 60 and 20 is 80. And 3 and 5 is 8. To work out the answer, we can add these numbers together. So we've got 8,988. So the answer to this calculation is 8,988. Here are some practice questions for you to try. Press pause and have a go at them. And when you're ready for the answers, press play. Question 1 says estimate 29.3 divided by 4. By finding two numbers, the answer lies between. Two numbers that are closest to 29.3 and divide exactly by 4 are 28 and 32. 28 divided by 4 equals 7, and 32 divided by 4 equals 8. So the answer lies between 7 and 8. Question 2 says estimate the difference between 5.8 and 2.4. To make this calculation easy, we can round these numbers to whole numbers. When rounding to whole numbers, we look at the digit after the decimal point. If it's 5 or more, we round up, and if it's less than 5, we round down. So we can round this number up to 6 and round this number down to 2. 6 minus 2 equals 4. Question 3 says Sophie travels 39.5 kilometers every hour. Estimate how far she will travel in 3.9 hours. We can round these to whole numbers. This would be 40. And we can round this number up to 4. To simplify this calculation, we can make this number 10 times smaller by dividing by 10. So we're left with 4 times 4, which equals 16. And now we can make this number 10 times bigger by multiplying by 10. We add on the 0. So the answer is 160 kilometers. Part B says, will the actual answer be smaller or greater than the estimate? Explain your answer. The actual answer will be smaller because both numbers were rounded up. Question 4 says estimate 3.5 multiplied by 2.25. To make this calculation easy, we can round to whole numbers. This would be rounded up to 4. And this number will be rounded down to 2. 4 times 2 equals 8. This calculation, 5.67 multiplied by 4.52. Again, if we round these numbers to whole numbers, the digit after the decimal point is greater than 5, so we're going to round up to 6. And the digit after the decimal point is 5, so we're going to round this number up as well to 5. 6 times 5 is 30. Part C is 25.7 minus 3.33. The digit after the decimal point is greater than 5, so we're going to round up to 26. And the digit after the decimal point is less than 5, so we're going to round down to 3. 26 minus 3 is 23.